Hey there everyone, welcome to Soul King's Realm, where we discuss all things gaming. So today we are here to discuss the extensive Dota 2 7.33 patch, also referred to some as Dota 3, because they changed the entire game basically by changing the map. So a lot of things have changed this time. The basic overview of the changes is that there are some basic gameplay and map changes. There is an entire new attribute for heroes. There has been a lot of major changes to spell immunity and items like BKB. There are some new items in this update which we are going to discuss later in the video. Some neutral creep changes, item reworks, hero reworks, and some basic balance updates. So to start off, we will start with the gameplay and the map changes that they have done in 7.33. So the major thing is that they have reworked the map with new paths and objectives on it. The teleportation gates are really good for ganking the side lanes. Roshan is now located on both the Radiant side and the Dire side. During the day he is on the Radiant side, and during the night he is on the Dire side. So basically they changed the shard and gave it to the tormentors, which are basically mini bosses. They give the shard to the lowest net worth allied hero, and the person who gets the shard is announced publicly, like everyone knows who got the shard. So the tormentors have 70% magic damage, 70% damage reflection, and they spawn every 10 minutes. So after that, there is a Roshan update that they took out the shard from him, and now he gives you cheese on the second death, and on the third death, if he is on the Dire side, he gives you a refresher shard, and if he is on the Radiant side, he gives you an Aghanim scepter. He is also more tankier than before. He now has 130 HP increment per minute, and his base armor is now 30. So after that, there are some bailout paths. Two of them, one on the Radiant side, one of the Dire side near the tier 3 tower on the offlane towers, which helps you exit and enter the base but keeps the enemy out of the base. So if they are like chasing you, you can just use that path and come into the base without having to die. Like before, they used to camp the tier 3 towers. You couldn't go in, you couldn't go out. Now you can. After that, there is an update to the power runes, as you can see over here. The power runes don't repeat, and they spawn in a random but organized order. So there is a new rune that gives you 50% buffer HP barrier and lasts 75 seconds. And there is a new wisdom rune that is near the tier 2 towers on the off lanes on both sides. They spawn every 7 minutes, and they give you 280 XP per 7 minutes. So another thing is that the runes don't repeat unless the cycle has been completed, and each time there is a new cycle, the order randomly changes. They put the outpost, and they put another outpost near the outpost that you already had on the side of the map, which you can use to TP in and out. But you can't really do anything else with the outpost. You can capture it, but it gives you no XP and it gives you no vision now. After that, there are 8 watchers all over the map, as you can see over here. Let me show you. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 watchers. So these watchers can be activated after channeling for 1.2 seconds, as you can see here. Wait a minute. Yeah. So yeah, here they are. You can channel them for 1.5 seconds to turn them on. They give you a vision in an 800 radius for 7 minutes, and after that it deactivates and becomes neutral again. The enemies can destroy it after channeling it for 1.5 seconds, and they cannot be used again for 2 hours. Whenever you kill the Roshan, the team that kills the Roshan gains vision of all the 8 watchers. So it's basically a mini observer ward. After that, there is lotus pools on the map edges. As you can see here, one lotus pool is here, one is here. They spawn a lotus, a flower that gives you 125 HP and mana. They can contain up to 6 at a time, and you can combine them. Three of them, you can combine three of level 1 lotuses to get a level 2 lotus that gives you 400 HP and mana, and after that you can combine 2 of those level 2 lotuses to get a 900 HP and mana lotus. You cannot use, the reason for combining them is because you cannot use them immediately. They have a like 5-second cooldown, after which you can use them again. So after that, the gameplay change that they made is that basically all the stuns that were there, they have been reduced now. Let me show you. So yeah, disables reduction. Basically stuns, silences, everything, they have reduced it so that you can play more often. Like, you know how there were videos of like perma stunning someone, like there was a video where 5 people came together and kept stunning someone for over a minute. Yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. So after that, the gold has been reworked. The gold for melee lane creeps and super melee lane creeps have been upgrades have been reduced to 0. Like whenever you kill the tower, the next creeps would give you more gold. That does not happen anymore. They have a constant rate of gold for the melee creeps, but the range creeps still get increased gold bounty. It has been reduced though from 6 to 3 now. So the assist gold formula has made it so that during the start of the game there is more gold in assists, but later in the game there is less gold as compared to before for assists. The health bar for the number of hits, 2 things has changed. Like the observer ward requires 2 hits, so it shows 2 health bars, which shows how many hits you have done and how many hits there are left. Similarly, with the tombstone you have got 8 hits, and with the nimbus cloud you got 4 hits, so that you know how much hits are left. You don't have to just guess every time now. After that, everyone gets 15 bonus move speed. Like all creeps, all lane creeps, everyone gets 15 bonus movement speed during the night, which is a buff, I'd say, but the effect is doubled for heroes. So basically heroes are getting 30 movement speed, but if you get damage or damage a hero, it cuts off. So basic HP hero has been nerfed from 200 to 120, whereas HP per point of strength has increased from 20 to 22. Now a basic major change is that intelligence now actually grants you magic resistance, just like the agility provides you with armor. So this is a huge win for everyone, because they have now nerfed the BKB, the spell immunity, so much, which we will be later discussing in the video. I will show you later. So basically then you now get magic resistance per point. After that, there are some HUD changes. The HUD now shows all the barrier types as well as the remaining barrier, like blue for magic resistance, red for health, red for physical damage, and yellow for all kinds of damage, pure and everything. Every kind of damage has its own barrier now, and they show a separate bar above your health bar. After that, you get a new kind of hero, like the thing I told you about, the universal heroes. So they don't have a primary attribute, but they do get 0.6 damage per point of each attribute, which is a lot. So captain's draft now selects 7 random heroes, and the total have increased from 27 to 28. Single draft now also offers 4 heroes, 1 per attribute. This helps a lot because before, whenever you get a low priority queue, you had to play a single draft match, and I know people who have been stuck there for like days on end because they cannot get a hero that they can actually play. So as you can see, this is the list of heroes. You can pause it to read it. You can go to the Dota game and check out which heroes there are. We will later discuss the hero patches later in the video. After that, we are going to discuss the debuff or spell immunity now. So basically, the spell immunity is no more. You are not immune to any spells. It is basically just debuff immunity, and even that, if your debuff immunity ends, you still the debuff is applied to you, but it does not work on you till you have the immunity. For example, if you have a BKB and you like turn it on for 6 seconds and you get silence for 7-8 seconds, it's not gonna work anymore. Like for the first 6 seconds, you're gonna be perfectly fine, but the remaining amount of the silence is still gonna be applied on you. So debuff protection, negative effects don't pierce debuff immunity will not have an effect on the target. Just like I said, if the debuff immunity expires, then the negative effects will apply to the target. After that, there is damage reduction. So now BKB, instead of just providing you with spell immunity, now it gives you magic resistance, like 50% magic resistance. As you can see, the Brewmaster's Earth Brewling, now he gets damage from magic. As compared to before, he couldn't be targeted with spells, now he can be. Just like Huskar's Life Break, it used to give you magic resistance, now it does. It gives you used to give you spell immunity, now it does not. It just gives you all of you like 50% magic resistance. Juggernaut and Lifestealers provide 80% magic resistance, and Grimstroke's Dog Portrait has 95% magic resistance. That's a lot. So basically, still a playable game for Juggernaut and Lifestealer. For the others, not so much really. After that, so these are some examples that you can read. I have already told you some of the examples. You can read this, or you can just experiment on demo or in a private lobby to like tell which effects work for you, which don't. One thing I would like to say is that they have heavily nerfed all the heroes who were heavily reliant on BKB, and they used to like get rampages because of BKB. They just turned on the BKB and went on a rampage. Now they can't do that anymore. Also, something that most people don't know about the tormentors, the mini bosses that give you shards. If you have the BKB now, it gives you debuff immunity, which means that it still saves you from the damage that gets reflected, like blade mail. It still blocks the damage that gets reflected because of blade mail, and the tormentors have like damage reflection. So if you turn on the BKB and attack the tormentor, you won't get any damage at all on yourself. The other allied heroes near you will still get damage, but you won't get any damage. So I have personally done this in a couple of games. So all you have to do is you get like farmed a bit, and on minute 20 you should have your BKB and go and kill the tormentor, and your support has a shard now. After that, there is the new items. Let me show you the new items. So basically, there's a blood grenade, which is a really good item. It costs 65 gold coins. It gives you 50 health, and it allows you an ability that you can like you use it, consume it to like act like a throw grenade. You throw it at the person. It costs you 75 health, and they get 50 damage on impact. This is really good for heroes who have lifesteal and everything, but if you're dying, I would not recommend using this item because you are already dying. I mean, a health cost of 75 is gonna bring you closer to death. It would be better if you use it on a hero that is on low on HP and is running away, so that you can slow them down and provide them with dot damage, so that you can chase and possibly get the kill. So another item is Diadem. It is a basic attributes item. It costs 1,000 gold coins and gives you 6 attributes. After that, there's Cornucopia. It is basically a new secret shot item used in Battle Fury among other items. It now gives you 5 health regen, 2 mana regen, and 7 damage, which is really good for the laning stage. I would highly recommend getting this first before getting any other item like boots and everything. You should get this item first, so that you can like tank a hit a bit, tank the hits from the offlaner a bit, so that you don't die immediately and you can heal a bit faster. Then there's this item called Pavis, really broken on supports. You can support your carry with this item. So basically what it does is it gives you armor, mana regen, and health, which is all really good for supports. Other than that, when you like cast this item, use this item, it provides you with a 300 physical damage shield. This 300 physical damage could be the difference between life and death for supports and for like glass cannon carries. After that, you have a disperser. Usually before heroes like Ricky or like PL, they couldn't do anything about diffusal blade. They had to ultimately destroy it, and in the late game 2500 gold is like a lot. You have to sell it for half and you get another new item. But now they have made some changes. You can get this by the diffusal blade, demon edge, and an 800 gold coins recipe. It still has the same passive, like it burns 40 mana and deals 1 damage per mana burned. It slows the person with with 100% slow for 4 seconds. But the thing that it also has a buff. You can use it on yourself to give chase and essentially getting haste rune for 4 seconds. So this is a really good ability on this item, and it is a really good item for late game. Now let's talk about Harpoon. Heroes who had Echo Saber had to disassemble it and make Mage Slayer in the last update, or possibly sell it, because you couldn't do anything else with it. So now you can make a Harpoon using it. So it provides really good stats, like 20 strength, 16 intelligence, and 10 agility is a lot of stats. You get attack speed, you get damage, you get mana regen. It has everything that you would ever want. So you can use this item to target sniper and draw and heroes that like to run away. So basically CK, if you use that on Chaos Knight CK, you would basically have 2 pulls. Melee heroes always pull the target in their attack range, in melee range, and the ranged heroes, they only close up 35% of the distance between them. So basically you can jump on sniper on draw like immediately. You don't have to do anything. You can use this item if you're playing Chaos Knight. You can use this item to pull them in now, and then when they're trying to run away, or you can possibly use your W, the Rift. You can use it to reduce the armor, and when they try to run away, like they silence you or use something, you just use the Harpoon and pull them back and like come over here. You don't need to go, just die. Alright, after that we have Phylactery. I have not seen this item used a lot in the recent matches that I have played. It gives you 7 attributes, 200 health, 200 mana. Its passive gives you bonus damage on the next spell that you do, and it slows the enemy down. It has a 6-second cooldown. So basically that's it. It doesn't have any active ability. Another basic change is that, remember how you used to like stock up on all of the mangoes while playing Undying? You can't do that anymore. They have a 120-second cooldown, basically a 2-minute cooldown for 4 mangoes. Okay, So basically, you get four mango. You can get four mangoes, and then after that, the next mango you have to buy it will be after 2 minutes. So maximum of four mangoes, four clarities, four solves, and tangos have a stock of eight. Tome of Knowledge is no more, as I told you before. They put a new rune in that is going to give you XP, but you can't get tomb anymore. So like, you know how you used to spam click on the tomb to get it before your carry does? That's not gonna happen anymore. If you need that XP, you gotta walk your ass over to the rune and get it. That's plain and simple, just like that. So dust is also nerfed. Like, revealed units do take 25 damage, but as opposed to before, like whenever you use the dust, you could see the enemy everywhere. Now it shows the enemy in a 1050 radius. So basically now it's a sentry ward. I don't see the benefit of getting this. It just slows the invisible units and they take 25 damage, that's all. But I don't see the point of getting this. It's still good because they reduce the sentry ward stock to from 10 to 8 and increase its restock time. So basically, I'd say that they are forcing you to buy dust because you can't put sentry wards everywhere. So yeah, smoke is kind of a bit changing. Like, there were people who like used to use smoke and like waste smoke. They can't do that anymore. Like, if someone is affected by smoke, like how you know how two supports had smokes, and whenever you called for them to smoke, they would both do it at the same time and like waste the smoke. Now that won't happen. Now you have to wait 2 seconds before applying another smoke. The Ring of Health had its cost decreased to 700, and Health Regen bonus has decreased from 6.5 to 5.25. The Void Stone also had its cost reduced, and its mana regen has been reduced as well. The Cloak, which was a really good utility item, has increased in 300 gold from 500 to 800, and it now gives you 20% magic resistance. Hood of Defiance has been removed from the game. So now, if you want to get the Eternal Shroud, you would now have to get a Cloak, an Ogre Axe, Ring of Health, and Recipe. Now it provides you with 30% magic resistance, 12 strength, and 7 health regen. It no longer has an active ability. Now it passively converts 25% of the incoming damage or pure damage to mana. So basically there is no lifesteal in this anymore. So the Razor and the Viper, who used to rely heavily on this thing's spell lifesteal, they can't do that anymore. After that, you got Pipe of Insight. So it requires now Cloak, Ring of Health, Headrest, and Recipe. Total cost has been decreased by 100 gold, but the magic resistance has also decreased from 30 to 25%. Its inside aura magic resistance has decreased from 15 to 10. Now its barrier stacks additively with other sources of magic barriers. It does not stack with itself though. So stun duration has been decreased in the comprehensive disables reduction update. Abyssal's total cost is unchanged, but its recipe costs more because of the decrease in the gold cost of the Ring of Health. So its stun also got reduced. Now then, after that there is Aetherlands. The recipe cost has increased to like cover for the Ring of Health. Total cost unchanged. Oh, they also reworked this. So now when you buy Octrine, you have to buy it separately. It does not provide you with a bonus cost range and everything. Now it is a separate item that you need Perseverance, Soul Booster, Recipe, and everything. Now you don't get that anymore. Like, no bonus cost range. So Meteor Hammer got its cost increase. Will go in order actually. So yeah, after that there is Blink. Instead of it going on cooldown, now it gets muted. So it no longer provides mana cost and custom reductions or debuff amplification. So its cooldown has been decreased, which is like really good, from 15 to 7 seconds, and its range is increased. So basically it doesn't help much, just that you have a really quick blink now. So after that there is overwhelming blink, same as the regular blink. Its recipe got changed. Now you have to get the cornucopia uh, instead of the ring of health and whitestone. You get that, and you get your battle fury with the 450 recipe. The total cost is the same. As I told you before, BKB got changed, blade mail also got changed. Bonus damage has decreased, bonus armor has increased, so it will make you more tankier. After that there is Orchid of Malevolence. The recipe has changed, so it requires Blitz Knuckles, Staff of Wizardry, Cornucopia, and Recipe. The total cost is still unchanged. It provides you with 6 health regen and 12 intelligence. Damage bonus has decreased from 30 to 10. Mana regen bonus has decreased from 3 to 2.5. After that you have Bloodthorn. It provides you 6.25 health regen, 32 bonus intelligence, and 35 bonus damage. And it no longer causes attacks on its target to have a 100% chance to crit. Additional damage dealt to the target of Soul Rend increased from 30% to 60%. Okay, so basically you don't get crits, but you do get True Strike. After that we have Vanguard, really good item. So basically your offlaners will get their Vanguard even more quickly, but it will make them less tankier as opposed to before. The Crimson Guard blocks now instead of 75 damage, it blocks 670 plus 60% of the caster's strength. That's a lot, like a lot. Imagine if your offlaner had like 6000 HP and a lot of strength, like someone like Pudge used the Crimson Guard, you would have a lot of damage block. But the guard duration has been decreased by 4 seconds. After that there is Dagon. So Dagon now requires Voodoo Mask, Diadem, and Recipe instead of the other items. So total cost has been rescaled from lower to higher to it is a bit higher at first, then it starts going lower as you progress. So it gives you all the attributes instead of just intelligence like before. It also provides you with lifesteal. Energy burst now spell lifesteal 75% of the damage done. Wow. So basically if you're dying and you hit someone with Dagon, you would get a lot of your HP back. Now it instantly kills non-ancient creeps. So basically, people like Beastmaster and Enchantress and Chen, if they have their creeps going up on you, you can use this one to kill the most annoying creep and save yourself. Dragonlance bonus strength has decreased from 12 to 10. The E-Blade will use now 60% of the total sum of the target's attribute as their primary attribute when targeting universal heroes. So that's a lot. It is basically a really good item against universal heroes. Yule Scepter just got its recipe changed. Windwalker its Cyclone has decreased from 18 to 30. Bonus movement speed decreased from 50 to 30, and mana regen has decreased from 6 to 3. Glypnir's Radiance has been decreased to 375. Mjolnir total cost decreased by 100 gold. Damage bonus increased from 24 to 25. 1 damage doesn't impact that much. After that, there is Glimmer Cape. They made an item that supports relied heavily upon 200 golds more expensive, they buffed it by adding 5% magic resist. Now it grants you invisibility, 40 movement speed, and 300 magic damage barrier. That's good actually. So Heart of Trask, now you get only 40 bonus strength. Helm of the Denominator, mm, its items got changed. The recipe got changed. Total cost got increased from 2400 to 2625. Then there is Helm of the Overlord. Due to this increase, they increased it over here as well. Holy Locket, it no longer provides bonus health and mana, and its bonus attributes increase from 3 to 10. Every charge now has a visual effect when used on allies. Now when their allies get their HP and mana, they're gonna know someone used the Holy Locket on them. So the recipe of Lincoln's also changed. Now it grants you 10 damage, and its mana and HP regen got like nerfed. Mage Slayer got its cost reduced for the recipe, but the total cost got increased. Yasha gives you 10% movement speed. Sanjan Yasha gives you 12. Basically, they added 2% of movement speed. Medallion has a cooldown increase of 4 seconds and a cool duration decrease of 4 seconds. So armor reduction and armor bonus has gone from 5 to 6. Similar changes with Solar Crest. Meteor Hammer now costs a bit more, 150 gold more to buy it. Now it slows 20% for the full duration of 6 seconds. Its stun got decreased from 1.25 to 0.5, which is heavily nerfing it. But the impact damage is increased from 75 to 95, so that's good. Perseverance cost got decreased. Phase boots give you 50 bonus speed. The power threads give you 45 movement speed to range heroes and 55 to melee heroes, which is really good now. So Refresher Orb had its entire recipe changed. The health and regen bonus got decreased, and now you also get a bit of damage with it. The damage bonus of Satanic got decreased from 38 to 25. Then there's Scythe of Vice. Its cost got decreased, but hex duration and its mana regen got nerfed. So the Arctic Blast wave speed increased from 350 to 400. The Urn is now gonna give you charge whenever you die. Spirit Vessel also gains a new charge. The Wraith Pack has been removed. So this is it for the item update. After that, we are gonna discuss the hero changes. So neutral item updates. Sorry, my bad, I forgot this. The neutral items are now gonna be dropped like tokens. You're gonna have a token that's gonna be dropped, and you can use that token to claim one from the list of 5 given neutral items in each tier. You can use all the tokens yourself, or you can just teleport that to the neutral stash, and someone else can use that token. Each team only gets 5 tokens per neutral item. So remember that before hogging all the tokens. You no longer get Possessed Mask. Faded Brooch, a really good item, got added back. Horn slow duration increased from 1 second to 2 seconds. Occult Bracelet got a bit buffed. Seeds of Serenity also got buffed. Trusty Shovel is now a really good item. So if you summon a Kobold, it now gives you extra GPM. I think it was like 40 or something, 40 GPM per minute for the hero that is near it. Like any ally that is near the Kobold, it is going to like get 40 GPM. Then there is Spark of Courage. It gives you 10 damage when the owner is above 50 health and 5 armor if they're below that. Duelist Gloves it gives you 10 damage, 15 attack speed as long as there is an enemy within 900 units. Brigand's Blade has been cycled out, Dragger of Ristul cycled out. So basically, when it says that this item is cycled out, it's going to be back in the later update. So the item that got removed from the game, it is never going to appear back. Pupil's Gift got changed, so now it provides half the value to all attribute heroes. GPM got reduced of Philosopher's Stone. Orb of Destruction, Armor Corruption decreased from 4 to 3. Impeding Corruption Slow decreased from 2515 to 2010. So basically, is this not the Orb of Corruption? This is like the same thing as Orb of Corruption. You just don't have to use up one of your slots for it. Specialist Array cooldown decreased. Vampire Fangs, one of my favorite items, I'd say. They re-added it. Basically what it does is it gives you night vision and spell lifesteal and hit lifesteal, physical lifesteal. Gossamer's Cape, it gives you 20 movement speed and 6 sense so that you can dodge the first hit that PA or some carry is gonna like hit you with. Blaster also got removed from the game. Ceremonial Robe got buffed. Now Enchanted Quiver also gives you attack range. Dandelion Amulet is a really good item. I would heavily recommend it on supports or his glass cannons who get easily killed by the magics, just like PA. You got 300 mana, 25 move speed, and you can block magic damage that is over 75 damage. Up to 300 magic damage. Defiant Shell, really good item on AM, PA, and any other carry, as it gives you an extra attack. Especially on LC, you get 3 attacks using this. So when you get hit, you will hit back, and you can hit back another attack with your passive. So on LC, I'd say this is a really good item. Vindicator's Axe, it gives you attack speed and provides 30 damage if you are silenced and 12 armor if you are stunned. So basically it can save your ass if you're gonna die anyway. Flicker, one of my favorite items from the previous patch, has been removed. It used to give you debuff. Witchbane has also been removed. It's used to purge you. Havoc Hammer, bonus damage, bonus strength increased by 2 both. Mindbreaker moved to tier 4, magic damage increased from to 45, attack speed bonus increased to 30, silent strike duration increased to 2. Okay. After that, Stormcrafter provides you with 25 movement speed, and the Boral Lightning now hits up to 2 targets. No longer has an active. So after that, there's Martyr's Plate. I would heavily recommend using this item on your offlaner, as it redirects 20% of all damage dealt to allied heroes within 900 radius towards you for 8 seconds. It is a really good item if you want to save your carry. Apex now provides 25 to all attributes for universal heroes. Fallen Skies gun duration has decreased from 2 to 1.6 seconds. After that, we are just left with the hero updates. We will put that in a separate video as it is a really extensive update. We will update you with the heroes in our next video. Thank you for watching.